Long-legged Veronica slowly twirled in front of the mirror, critically examining her outfit. She exuded elegance and magnetism in her bright red form-fitting dress. This ensemble was her own creation. Veronica was a renowned fashion designer, and today was a crucial day for her business. She was preparing to present her new ultra-fashionable collection to potential investors. "Oh, they don't stand a chance against this beauty and energy," she whispered to her reflection, fixing a stray strand of hair. Veronica was a rising star in the capital's social scene, but the brand needed serious capital to break into the international market. That's why today's meeting with Alexander Winters, a well-known businessman, fashion enthusiast, and notorious ladies' man, was so important. The show began. The stage blazed under the feet of the rail-thin models strutting down the runway. In Veronica's creations, they seemed to float above the catwalk, drawing admiring glances from the audience. But Veronica's eyes searched for only one person. Alexander had taken his place in the front row, his hungry gaze following the hips of each model. He was tall, with touches of silver at his temples, radiating confidence and power. Veronica knew he was married, but that meant nothing to her. Today, she was determined to get his money at any cost. After the show, Veronica approached Winters, feeling her pulse quicken. "Mr. Winters, thank you for coming. It's such a pleasure to see someone who truly understands fashion at my shows. What do you think of my design? How about the girls?" she asked, subtly shifting her hip to reveal the dress slit in a way he couldn't miss. Alexander slowly looked her up and down, clearly intrigued. "Impressive, Miss Romano. I am absolutely thrilled. Especially that dress on you. It's smoking hot. Is it also from your collection?" Veronica smiled, feeling her cheeks flush. "Yes, I created it specially for tonight. I'm glad you appreciate it. And not just the dress itself. It looks perfect on you especially. Perhaps we could discuss details over dinner?" Veronica's heart raced. This was walking ATM had taken the bait. She understood this was more than just a business proposition over coffee. "I'd love to, Alex. May I call you that?" she replied, already imagining how this evening might end. The restaurant was chosen with taste, intimate, expensive, with dimmed lighting and live music. Veronica could feel other patrons' eyes on her, but she was interested in only one man. Alexander ordered the finest wine, and when the waiter left, he leaned closer to Veronica, face to face. "Your collection is truly impressive, but I want to know how committed you are to a cooperation. I don't like keeping my money far from my own pockets. I prefer it with arm's reach, and from time to time I like to take it out and count it slowly." Veronica felt his hand move under the tablecloth in her direction. She knew everything was happening too fast, and she shouldn't play hard to get to drive up her price. But the thought of the enormous investment for her production silenced not only her conscience, but also her calculated judgment. "Alex, you can touch your money whenever you want. It will always be close by. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make our partnership successful," she whispered, looking into his eyes. A marathon of passion and business began in Veronica and Alexander's lives. Veronica created exclusive outfits for Alexander's wife, while he appeared more and more frequently at her atelier under the pretense of discussing investments. Each new design was like a love confession, every fitting like a dance on the edge of propriety. Veronica only felt slightly guilty towards Alexander's wife, but her thirst for money and the burning attraction to her well-bred husband drowned out of all doubts. One evening, when they were alone in the atelier as usual, Alexander embraced his mistress Veronica, confessing his feelings. "Oh, you drive me crazy," he whispered. "Your dresses are like a second skin. I can't stop thinking about you." Veronica closed her eyes, surrendering to her feelings, but at that moment the atelier door flew open. Helena, Alexander's wife, stood in the doorway. Such a catastrophe was hard to imagine, even in the worst nightmare. Her eyes widened, and the branded shopping bag with Veronica's dresses fell from her hands when she saw her own husband in the designer's embrace. "So, that's what this is all about? I see you're investing more than just money in this piece of work," Helena said coldly. "And here I thought it was all for my wardrobe. What a fool I've been." Alexander jumped away from Veronica, trying to think of an excuse, but Helena had already turned to leave. "Helena, wait!" Veronica called out, not knowing why. What could she possibly say to her? Alexander's wife turned around, her gaze full of pain and anger. "You know, Veronica, your dresses are truly beautiful. It's a shame you can't sew yourself a new conscience." With these words, she left, leaving the lovers alone with a ringing silence. What followed turned into nightmare. News of the scandal spread through the fashion community like a wildfire. Friends and investors, one by one, terminated their contracts with Veronica's brand. Alexander threw her under the bus, attempting to save his marriage and reputation. He publicly announced that he no longer had any business dealing with his house. A broken Veronica sat in her empty atelier, surrounded by rolls and cuts of fabric, staring blankly at sketches of the new collection that would never see the light of day. She had created these dresses, dreaming of fame and success, but now they seemed like a mockery of her grandiose plans. The phone's ring jolted her from her thoughts. It was Helena, Alexander's wife. God, what could she possibly want from me? "Please don't hang up," Veronica quickly said. "I know you don't want to hear from me, but—" "Veronica, you silly girl," Helena interrupted. "I'm not calling to fight. I want to propose a deal." Veronica froze, not believing her ears. "A deal?" "Yes, I want to buy your brand. And this isn't a joke." "What? But why?" "As much of a snake as you are, you're a talented one, and this will be my little revenge on Alexander. He'll lose both you and the ability to control your success." Veronica felt a lump forming in her throat. "Helena, I don't know what to say." "Just say yes. We both deserve a fresh start. You're not the first one he's made a play for, but you're the only one through whom I can really stick it to him." At that moment, Veronica realized she had nothing left to lose, and maybe this was even a chance to redeem herself and start with a clean slate. "Yes, I agree," she answered, feeling her hands trembling and her heart beating faster than usual. The entire next year passed in her work. Veronica's brand, now under the direction and ownership of Helena, who turned out to be a still lady with a shark's business acumen, became one of the most successful in the fashion world. Their alliance, born from pain, betrayal, and infidelity, transformed into a story of success and redemption. Veronica no longer created dresses for seduction. Her style changed radically and became a hymn to woman's strength and dignity. And Helena, over a year of working together, evolved from a business partner into a close friend. She taught her that true passion is passion for your craft, not for the woman's husbands.